What's up, guys? This is Mr. Second Passport. Today I've got a deal for you. Front line of the ocean on a beach that you've never ever heard of. I can pretty much guarantee it. Nobody has, not even Ecuadorians. Most of them anyway. And it happens to be the beach that is the closest in all of Ecuador to an international airport. Okay, so let me explain. There's only two international airports in all of Ecuador. You can either fly into Quito, which is not near a beach at all, or Guayaquil in the south, which is about more like 2.5 hours to Salinas. If you drive really fast, maybe you can get there in 2 hours, right? Which a lot of people think is where the Ecuador coast starts. It's where the Ruta del Sol or the Sun Route starts, which most tourists do. But the beach we're going to look at today is actually the closest one to the international airport that nobody's ever heard of, right? It's right next to Playas, and it's called Pozorja. So as you can see here on the map, to get from Guayaquil to Playas is just an hour and 22 minutes, according to Google Maps. But right before Playas here, you don't have to enter the town, there's this new road that cuts out outside of the town of Playas, and in about 15 more minutes, you're at this little town that most people have never even visited in their entire life, living all their lives in Ecuador. And that is this town called Pozorja. It's right on the tip where the river delta of the Guayas River enters the Pacific Ocean, right? A very interesting place. There's this brand new road you can take, and if there's a lot of traffic, like on a weekend in Playas, heck, you might be able to get to the beach even faster to Pozorja than you could get to Playas, in my opinion, because this road cuts around the town. So, brand new road. And why did they make the road? Because in 2019, just a year ago, about this time, they opened up a huge, brand new deep water port, right? There it is on the map, just 2-3 kilometers from the town of Pozorja is this deep water port, which I really like. It's just opened up partially at the moment. About a year ago is when they inaugurated it. But it beats Guayaquil's port because the bigger boats can reach it. Which, in my opinion, this used to be sleepy backwater town of Pozorja has huge potential because whenever there's a huge investment right next door and there's going to be a lot of well-paid employees nearby, like those towns in the States that have military bases, it's always nice to be around a big investment, something that brings in, well-paying customers. So I do see a lot of potential right at this tip here, especially with this brand new port, and that's why they made the new road that doesn't even appear on Google Maps yet. Here's a picture of one of the main beaches nearby. There's actually this giant dolphin on the beach. I'm not sure how they made that. What's interesting about just this area just south of Salinas is it's particularly very dry and it has a lot of sun too. Okay, now what's the opportunity? Well, there's this lot in this urbanization or gated community where they're asking for a frontline lot. The seller is Maida Espinoza. I have zero affiliation with this project whatsoever, so it doesn't bother me or not if you buy it or not. And for any more questions you may have about the property, contact the seller direct via WhatsApp. Frontline lots, according to her, they're asking $15,000 right in Pozorja. Beachfront, 300 meters squared, so 3,200 square feet, and with $5,000 down payment, you can get in on one and start using it, maybe build, and for 48 months, they let you pay the balance with zero interest. So it's a form of direct financing. This is a foreigner's best chance of financing in Ecuador, and that's direct with the seller of the property, and they are offering it for this property. So for $5,000, you could get in on one, And then 10 grand you'd pay over 48 months, which comes to about, with no interest, it comes to about $200 or so a month. Very low price for beachfront property in this area that I think could grow considerably, especially as that port continues to open in new phases. Here's the gated community itself, right? And you can see the different lots. Most of it's very well put together, and that most of it is beachfront. So you gotta like that. Let's take a closer look from outer space, and on we go. As we zoom in, you can kind of get the idea that it's right on this tip, which is great because it's super calm water right in front of you, which is important. Why is it important? Because, right, there's super calm water here. You're kind of, you have this island right in front of you. So it really kind of, it does provide as a source of oxygen because this island is not inhibited by humans. And you do have a great opportunity to do sea kayaking, maybe swimming, and those kind of sports. But right around the corner here, right on the north side of Playas, this whole coast gets absolutely hammered by waves. So if you're a surfer, you have surf nearby, maybe 20-25 minutes away, just on the north beaches of Playas. Or if you're not into surf and you like calmer oceans, that's what you'd have right in front of you here at Pozorja. So it's a pretty unique thing that you can't really get on most of the Coast Ecuador, which is generally pretty much wavy. Now let's take a look at the beach itself from ground level. As you can see, super calm, almost like a lake, which is what I would expect, right? Nice beach, nice and flat, good sand, doesn't look too rocky, nice flat area here to work with. Man, this coast here gets absolutely hammered on the north side of Playas, all the way down to Playas, by erosion. Because those waves hit so hard, I've seen there are these little really impoverished towns over here on the north part of Playas, and which don't even appear on the map here. And I've visited them, and let me tell you, they get absolutely hammered by erosion. So I wouldn't really want to buy beachfront right here in this lip. And probably one of the only south-facing beaches in all of Ecuador, right here. Absolutely hammered by shore break. If you've ever visited this side of Salinas, you know. This is the opportunity. I'm Mr. Second Passport. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked this. Subscribe below. I will talk to you later.